Hey everybody, I'm Joe Zamora with Zamora Photography, and today Jane and I will be shooting Swansboro High School band, the marching band. So that's going to be a lot of fun due to the restrictions of kids being on campus and off campus. We've decided to have them come into the studio, so we set up the green screen. We're doing a flat light setup. We've got a 4x6 softbox to the camera left, and over here to the camera right we've got a big 60-inch octabox, and then two kickers in the back to help separate them from the green screen. We're using the green carpet to cut down on the bounce back today, and we're going to show you what it looks like for them to come in, shoot, pick out their pictures for their senior banners, and then we'll slide over to the editing station and we will show you how we put all of that together. But we already have an idea in mind, so we're shooting something with the lighting so it fits the actual background, and we're not shooting images and then finding a background to composite that into. So the idea is already done. They just need to stand, pick their pose, pick out which image they want, and then we can cut them out and order the banners. Now that we have all 27 seniors shot, we have their banner information, which includes, their name, their image number, and sponsor information. So they may have had a small local business sponsor them, or their mom and dad may have purchased their banner and they want to include a message. All that information typically goes down here at the bottom. And now that we can look at this mock-up design that we did, we're noticing that it's going to be too text heavy down at the bottom. So we're going to make some changes to it. Bree will come in around lunchtime today, and she's going to select the actual text that's going to go here, the color schemes, get it all placed. She'll have the first banner designed, and then it's my job to come back in and add all of our seniors to it, clean up their hair, make sure that we don't have any green screen spillover. So I wanted to give you guys a look at what that's going to be. So you can see that we have all of our seniors here, and there's two images for each senior, and one is our 5 stars. These are the senior banner images that they selected, and then this may be one of the 1 stars will be the team image for the composite that we're going to do. Again, due to COVID restrictions, you have to limit how many people are coming in, and so we're adapting to that. Okay, so here we go. We have a senior. This is one that we want to get cut out. The first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and crop this down and make it a little bit tighter. This will help me keep the file size down, and plus where my spillover is going to be at for later. So because these banners are 3 foot by 5 foot, we want to go in and do some skin retouching. But whenever you're doing close to, I think it's 56 or 58 different cutouts, you also have to keep in mind the amount of time that you're spending on these. So we use software such as Portrait Pro to kind of speed up this entire process instead of going in with our healing brush and doing a click-by-click situation. You'll see it's found his face. Typically, I would click male and just make those selections, but I already have a preset that's loaded for females that will speed this whole process up. It's got all of my own changes and lighting corrections and stuff like that. The only thing I need to do for him is just bump down some of the skin smoothing. Imperfections just a little bit. So it's quick, it's easy. This will make the changes, and it's going to send us right back into Photoshop. So now our next step would be is that we need to come in and get rid of the green screen. Look, there's 500 different ways to do this. This is just the way that I prefer to do it. You can see I've got my green selected. I am not going to select this darker green that's down here because it will match his pants and start to pull some of the blues in. So once that's selected, I can see everything in red is what I'm keeping. So with my brush tool, I went with a hard edge. Walk that back just a little bit. Just gonna do this kind of quick so y'all can see and not end up with a 35-minute video. So I know further down here on his legs is going to be cropped out of the banner, but I shot wider just to give myself some extra space. So everything in red we're going to keep. We can go back, make our layer mask, check it really quick. Sometimes we may get some spill here, and this is what I'm talking about. You see this little bit of speckling on his face here. We're going to put that back in there. I am not worried about the green spillover that we're seeing, like right here around his hair, around his ear. We're going to take care of that in the banner process. Once it's actually dropped in, I'll work on coloring that back in, making sure that everything's good to go and we don't have green spill. The next part of this is up top, you can see our file name is 4166. That is how we track all of our banners with their banner forms. So that's what I'm going to label his layer as. And we're going to drag this over to a PSD file. This is where I have all the other individual senior banners at. And I just try to keep them in order. So as we're going through our banner forms, we're done with him, we're done with her, done with him, done with him. It makes it really easy. Make sure that you get everybody in there. And this speeds up my process because I only have that one file open and then I have my banner folder open. So it's really that easy. We're going to do that for the rest of these files. Bree will be in later today and she's going to get the first banner completed with the text. And while she's doing that, or after she's done with that, I'll be able to go in and start dropping in the senior band members, adding their sponsor information and getting that ready for the proofing process. Then we'll need to go back in and do this again for a 16x20 team composite. So this is going to take me the better part of probably 2 hours. I could send it off to a lab or a company and have them take care of that, but this is a skill that we possess and we're able to do it. I will show you that whenever we're doing this right here on the hats, I think they're called Seikos or Shakers. I don't know anything about band, but you're going to see whenever we do select color range and we go back, you can see all of this spill that's coming here. This is not anything to stress out about because you'll see in the final product that we're going to get all of this cleaned up, but we're going to leave a lot of the feathering details. So that's something that we like to do for our senior athletes. It's probably something nobody really catches, but to us, it's a big deal. It's the quality, it's what you're paying for, and we want to make sure that you are very happy with it. So we will jump in next to the actual senior banner layout and adding in seniors. Okay, so we were working on the Swansboro High School marching band banners, and this is where we're at right now. Bree's come in. She's worked on the text placement like we were talking about, and she's put where the name's going to go, class of 2021. She's got all of my text stuff completed. If we don't have a logo down here at the bottom and someone wants a message, we have a separate layer, so it's the same text all across the board. So I wanted to show this to you really quick, and then we'll dive into the next file because it won't be as big. But let me turn off this layer. I want you to notice that there's some green bounce back here in the hair, on the instrument itself. So you can kind of see it popping through. It's got a little bit here. So what I did is I went in and I colored all of that. Just by hand really quick. It gets it cleaned up. Your eye isn't pulled to that spot. That's exactly what we're looking for. Looking at the order form, we saw that they had a logo that had already been emailed over. So now all we have to do is just merge these two layers together, hit save, and it's ready to go. Now Bree's going to come back in once all 27 of these banners are completed, and she's going to work on whether the last name and first name should go
in front of this layer or behind it. It's just going to depend on each individual band member. And if they don't have a sponsor and no message, then we can slide this Marching Pirates down. We can make the athlete, like, bring them down or make them bigger, whichever we need to do. But for what I need to do is create all 27 of these. So this is what that process looks like for me once I've completed that one.